The whole cast was very friendly and cozy, and they all had a great time. And I think what happened was they all made friendships for life. It was a wonderful cast. Every one of those girls is just perfect in their role. And we had to do some kind of quote unquote visual caricatures. Carrot has the long pigtails, the redhead, Simone Schachter, now Simone Levinson. She's married, has her own family. And Cindy, they quote unquote the bitch. They were kind of these classical characters. They needed kind of visual brushstrokes in their costuming and their hairstyles. And I must say that the hair stylists were just marvelous, the way they gave each one of those girls a personality, which you could see instantly. Right away when you saw them, it made a statement, the way they looked, the way their hair was done. But they were deeper than their caricatures. There was more humanity there.
I don't know if I should be doing this. My parents don't want me to get into competitive sports.
There are lines in the picture, which I got to give a lot of credit to the original scriptwriter, Kimmy Peck, which are funny and ironic and full of character. Again, she had to do a lot of grace notes and a lot of, shall I say, broad brush strokes to reestablish his characters. And certainly one of those examples is Sunshine, when she's in the archery scene with Cinder, and she says, "Oh, my parents don't want me to be in competitive sports," And of course, we know archery is what they're doing in that moment, but the greater competitive sport is who's going to lose their virginity first. So I'll give a lot of credit to Kimmy Peck and to Daleen Young. They certainly, the way the dialogue was written, a lot of this is, they're almost throwaway lines, but they're funny and they're ironic at the same time. My role was the director. I had to get performances, but I also felt secondarily like Big Brother or Daddy, because it was they were all young teenagers and teenagers. My children, who were very young at the time, they were 5 and 6 years old. They came to visit the set. They're in the there's a parents' weekend scene, and there's a little shot of my kids, Olivia and Jonathan, coming with hamburgers from the grill. So I got them in for one day. And then, of course, they had the parents in that parents scene. We see them at the very beginning, and then we see them in the middle at the parents' visitation, and we see them at the end. Maggie Bly played Christy's mother, and Nicholas Coster played Ferris's father. And they're featured at the very beginning, the very end, when they drop the kids off and pick them up, and then in the middle of the movie on the parents' weekend. And they were wonderful in those roles.
She said she wanted time to think.